Can we talk about the submarine situation here?
Yes.
What's going on? So first of all, missing Titanic submarine updates. Fears grow for Titan crew as oxygen supply runs out, but rescue bid continues. This is a Sun story from today. The missing Titanic submarine named Titan is feared to have run out of oxygen, raising concerns for the crew's survival. The vessel disappeared during a voyage to the Titanic shipwreck off the coast of Canada, approximately 435 miles south of St. John's, Newfoundland. The Ocean Gate expedition submersible measuring 6.7 meters, 22 feet long, carried a 96-hour oxygen supply on board with British billionaire adventurer Harnish Harding, UK-based businessman Shahzada Dawood, and his son Soleiman. Ocean Gate CEO Stockton Rush, and French submersible pilot Paul Henry Nergolet. The international rescue effort has intensified in such a way where the RAF, USAF dispatching a specialist ultra deep submarine. Anyways, they're trying to get to these guys, but it's not succeeding, right? The U.S. Coast Guard confirms the deployment of the French remotely operated vehicle Victor 6000 to aid the search.
They're gone.
So what do you know about the story so far?
I know this, Pat, that their oxygen ran out, and God, if they have passed, God rest their soul, 7 o'clock this morning, Eastern Standard Time, that was it. They're out of air.
If it ran out.
That's all the time. If they haven't surfaced, there's no more oxygen in that little thing. And apparently, it was only big enough for one person to stretch out at a time. The one thing that jumped out for me is the Stockton Rush, the CEO of that company, operating the Titanic thing. He goes, he didn't want to hire 50-year-old white guys. And this goes back to all that people trying to be diverse and whatever. He said, when I started this business, one of the things you'll find from other sub-operators out there is there typically are people who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger and inspirational. And he goes, I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology, but a 25-year-old sub-pilot or a platform operator will be one of those techs that can be inspirational. And this is one of those things, Pat, when it comes to like, Adam, you nailed it.
United Airlines with the pilots.
Adam, I don't want to be like, you know what? Just because of diversity requirements, I want this type of person or a female. The best person at the job I want having. And mind you, Pat, you know they had a 35-year-old, like a $35 Xbox controller on this thing. That's one thing. Number two, you're billionaires. What do you just have nothing else to do? What are two billionaires going on a little can and going to see the Titanic wreckage? Go watch the movie Titanic. Go watch a documentary. Do you have to go down there and look at it? What's your obsession? Pat, you have a couple of dollars. Are you going in a submarine, a baby submarine, and going down with your kid to go look at that?
You have to listen. I will tell you, I know people that are very interested in space, and they want to go out in space and see what's out there. I know people that are more interested in going under and see what's down there. Whether it's, my son, Tico, wants to know if there's a megalodon. He thinks a megalodon exists, and he thinks aliens exist, right?
I respect them.
And that's great. And by the way, there are some people that didn't James Cameron go to the lowest point of the ocean when he was doing 5,000 something? What was the
Marianas Trench in the Pacific Ocean?
Him and two other people did that, where we went all the way down. These are guys that Challenger deep. Yeah, these are guys that like stuff like this. And by the way, here's what's crazy. We have to respect these guys because they're trendsetters. They're not doing this. You're not James Cameron going down there saying 100% we're going to make it. No, you're going down there saying, shit, we may not make it when we come back, right? It's not for everybody. When I was in the Army, one of the things we had to do, and I'm sure you remember this year, there was this river, and they had built this tube like this, okay, to go under the river because you're going to have to do this when you're in war. He says, okay, you got to go through. This was like 50 yards to go in there. And when you're low crawling, and I'm a big guy, man. Like if you ever had an MRI, and I'm in this tube, my shoulders are touching, and you're in there for like 45 minutes. If you have any slight touch of claustrophobic, and you're in the middle, and you feel stuck, do you know what that does to you?
Oh my God!
Do you know what that does to you when you're in the middle? You're like, I can't move, and you're trying to get out, and you panic, right?
Of course.
So this isn't for everybody. If that's you, this isn't something to do, but. Look, whether a miracle happens here or not, or it's done, we're going to find that here in the next couple, whatever. But one point you make that's very valid, when it comes down to hiring jobs like this, this is where the DEI score, no one should care about. When it comes down to military and security, no one should look at DEI score. When it comes down to protection of your family, no one should look at DEI scores. When it comes down to flying, and I'm trusting to fly a pilot, no one should be looking at DEI scores. When it comes down to anything that has to do where my safety, your safety, our family's safety is on the line, the last thing you should be thinking about is DEI. Matter of fact, DEI shouldn't be looked at anything, but especially in the area of safety and security. And they dropped the ball here. So, is there going to be conspiracies? Do you know who's on there? Do you know what the guy had access to?
Yeah.
He had a patent that he was about to launch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that part of it as well.
Yeah.
But,
Like
it's
the Shahzada,
unfortunate.
like the guy Shahzada Dawood, he's a Pakistani billionaire. He was speaking at I think he's in the World Economic Forum. And that's already people
There
are like,
go.
here we go. He's that guy and his son. But it's like, I mean, God rest their souls if they pass. But I mean, that's just they've been down there knowing they're going to die for 90 hours, banging on the hull and hoping to God that somebody comes and save them. But I think you said it yesterday.
If that's
Tom.
what happened, if it
that's
wasn't
what
a
happened,
catastrophic failure on the way down.
or it imploded. But Tom, you said it. Their search radius is the size of Connecticut. You know what that means? You're not getting found. But then you think about it, Pat. Like besides the hiring of the people controlling it, you're not going down there with the state of the art. I want the GPS on this thing better be top notch.
That's what I was just
so
gonna
they can
ask.
find me. What are you, bananas?
Well, I mean, if they let's just say, God forbid, they don't make it, they go to heaven, and St. Peter's saying, so what happened? How'd you end up here? Look, we try to go to see the Titanic, but I will tell you, God, I hope you'll be proud of our ESG score. Okay.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.